Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Slay the Princess file. Oh yeah, I guess I did not hit new game. Okay, when we last left off we had, where did we start last session? I know we did the Wraith and I know we did the Slay the Princess ending. What did we do before that? We did, oh, the Razor. That was a trip of an experience. The Razor was really funny. Like I said, probably not one of my favorite princesses in terms of body horror, but probably my favorite in terms of voices because it was really funny. Also, I wanted to point out, I did a lot of thinking regarding what the narrator said about like him killing himself and him wanting, like, how he created the constructs and stuff like that. And I realized that like he and the shifting mound are kind of two sides of the same coin, with me caught in the middle, because the line that really stuck out to me from the narrator was, "I'm only delusional if I'm wrong, and I can't be wrong." And that has the exact same energy as, "What I offer is not perspective, it is truth." So we just have two sides who blatantly refuse to be wrong and like are essentially invalidate everyone else's perspective, and by going like, your perspective is invalid because I'm right. And that is like very interesting to me. So we're gonna hit new game again, and we're gonna do some new stuff.
You're on a path in the woods.
First thing we're going to do is we are going to get the there is some new stuff that I want to try, but there's two things that I want to get first that people have been wanting me to get. One is the beast devouring whatever the princess is after that, and the other one is the specter slaying the specter whatever princess comes after that. And might as well do that because, like, going into the memories gallery, these three princesses, I'm not really sure how to get. Like, I have some theories. Like, I could, like, die pathetically to an abrasive prisoner or meet your equal in combat. Like, I've never tried to slay the princess from up close. Every time I've gone down to slay the princess, I've always, like, ran at her and slayed her. But I've never, like, gone up to her with the blade, talked to her, and then decided to slay her. So one of these two might be that. Betray her before she can betray you. I genuinely don't know. I feel like that also could be that, because it's like, I could see it either way. I could see it going either way. But for now, we're going to get some princesses that I know for sure how to get. I also want to do the prisoner. The prisoner has a couple of routes that include, like, giving her the blade and also refusing to give her the blade and cutting her out myself. Those could also potentially lead to other princesses, and so I want to explore those as well. So I'm going to silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way.
And I'll be right back. I could, like, I haven't done either of these options, like giving her the thing that I'm here to slay her or continuing down the stairs silently. I've never done either of those things while not having the blade. You know what? Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I don't know if this will necessarily make a difference. I'm still going for the beast route if this doesn't change anything, but I'll do this. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. And I'll save just because I can.
You must have the wrong address.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise.
Thanks.
Good luck, hero.
Thanks. I won't forget that line. I'm not going to forget that, narrator. I'm delusional. I'm only delusional if I'm wrong, and I can't be wrong. I won't forget that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Okay. So, I don't think it matters. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh, that's an I don't think I saw that option before. Go back upstairs and retrieve the blade without saying another word. That's funny. Would this result in something new? I don't remember seeing this option at all. So, I'm actually kind of tempted to try this. And I did save relatively close, so I don't think there's really a need for me to create another save here. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. And if this sends me down the nightmare route, I am going to reload.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me?
I was, unfortunately. Okay, so I can't... So that just sent me kind of back down the nightmare route. Okay, so let me see. I don't know if this will result in something different, but let me see if this will send me down the beast route or if this will result in something entirely different. I'm going to retrieve the blade.
Be bluffing, but
Okay, I think we're on the beast route. Because they kind of combined beast dialogue and nightmare dialogue there.
you
Interesting. She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out. Can I do that? Will that send me down the nightmare route? Hold on, let me... I'm very curious just to see what happens. She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out.
This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds?
Me. If I manifest her bleeding out, she'll die.
She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Here, lock her away. Tell you what, I'll even stay here for a while to make sure she's dead. And something tells me this will send me down the nightmare route.
Before you start to drift.
I know you're still there.
Okay, nope.
Why don't you make...
Nope, not doing that. No, we're not overwriting. We are loading this. Okay, cool. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over? I could, you know, let's try it.
Oh, you coward.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we can.
Good, fair enough.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Nah, I'm okay. Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Where is she? I want her to come out wherever she is. I'm gonna close the door behind me. Actually, I'm going to save here, and I'll overwrite this save now that I know where that dialogue option leads. Yes, I want to overwrite that save. I would like to investigate the arm, but I'm going to close the door behind me.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
Cool.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Narrator, why?
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Okay. I'm going to keep waiting and see what happens.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
Why can't she sleep? Has she never had to sleep before? She can't have only been waiting down here.
You barely even realize that you've started to drift off.
Wait a minute. Did she take the blade from me? I lost the blade.
Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Well, I mean, that was what I was expecting, essentially. Ow.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone.
Oh, look, it's the same, okay, so we are for sure on the beast route. Okay.
It can't just end like this, right?
Yeah, it can. It will. It does.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
It's okay.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
All right. Chapter 2, The Beast. I wonder what voice I got. If I still got
You're on
the
a
hunted.
path
I probably
in
didn't
the
get the
woods,
hunted.
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Okay. Let's go ahead and proceed. I'm half tempted to see if there's any consequences for me repeatedly turning around and leaving and not giving a princess to the shifting mound, but I won't do that just yet. We're gonna proceed to the cabin. Air shifting 0 pounds. Move now. Okay, I think I will. Maybe I'll dodge until I can dodge no more. Let's move.
You lunge forward, taking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion.
And I was sent here to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
Why?
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
You know, that's true. You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot.
Yep.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Maybe.
matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills.
Survive.
Barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her
And
practically unseen.
Dang, keep this up. Did I trip? I think I just tripped.
Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Okay. Great. Perfect.
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
I love this image. This is really cool.
You're bleeding now.
Makes me easier to smell. Cool.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips.
Yep.
A costly mistake. We can't make it again.
Yeah.
We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern.
Yeah.
We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
I don't think time is not what something
Our
we have.
game is nearing its end.
It is, yeah. Should I keep dodging or should I actually try to make a run for the stairs? I don't know. Let's just keep dodging. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last.
The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding.
Yep.
We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
We definitely can't do that. Did I save? Yes, I did. Again.
Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes.
Yeah.
This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan.
Yup. But something tells me this is not going to be
Don't plan
planning.
ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Hunted? Come on, this is clearly not working.
We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
Then I guess we die because we can't keep up.
You're getting slow.
She
Oh.
seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you.
Okay. Interesting.
Too
Well-
tired to think, but we have to think.
Well, we're not thinking, we're dying.
We have to move.
Nope. We
It's too
can't do
late.
that.
Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Welp, there we go. It's over now.
You do your best to dive out of the way, and you partially succeed.
Oh boy.
Partially?
Aw, man, did we lose our legs? Or did we lose our top?
Yes. The princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body.
Oh man, okay, cool.
That's just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end. You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines,
Ew, my god.
trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock.
Ew, okay.
The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Okay.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, did we get the den again? We did, okay. In that case, I will reload.
You're on a path in the That didn't work. We're going in with a plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is. Instinct was keeping us alive,
It wasn't, though.
until it wasn't. So what are we supposed to do? Great, so you've been here before, so you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. And why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule.
Hey, you can tell me.
Whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already.
I'll listen to
if you
this.
want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge.
Not gonna lie, I was not expecting to get the den again. I thought she was just gonna swallow us whole. But it is cool that we got skeptic instead of stubborn this time.
It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
Okay, so we will... I'm gonna reload. And... I'm gonna say... I don't think I can keep this up.
You have to.
I can't, though.
We at least have to make an opening. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving. We're exhausted. We're still alive.
Okay, I could just play dead, but no, I'll throw her off by standing still. I'm sure that'll work.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Okay, cool.
I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it's not.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
She swallowed us whole, remember? I wonder if playing dead would have gotten us, like... She would have eaten us anyway, and she still would have smelled that we were alive.
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Oh my.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Well, I mean, this is what I was expecting, but man, this is awful to think about.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Okay. The construct screamed at you?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Okay. Oh, she's going up the stairs.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Oh, okay.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
She broke the chain.
Her chains. She's loose.
And she's going to try to leave.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
the construct told her that? The construct... Is the narrator able to... Who is the being that is supposed to be talking here?
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
Okay.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
So, the construct talked to her and told her that she couldn't leave because she is suffering. And then even when she put on my, like, skin, I guess, and held my heart in her throat, she is still... Like, it still said, you can't fool me. Is it the construct, like, the silent subtitles? Is that what told her? Or was it, like, another echo? Or, I don't know.
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Well, I'm alive for now.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
I don't know.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
What can we do? Do we still have our blade? Oh, we do, actually. I can see it in my hand.
You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
Okay.
That is a bad thing to do.
Why? Can you talk to the cabin? Could you have asked me before soiling me alive? Spit me out or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. I have my steel claw. I could use it to hurt you. Dig with the steel claw. Fine, you can leave. You can leave. Just let me go. Screw you. Slay yourself. Saving. Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, as you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this.
Yeah.
We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Okay. Interesting. So the cabin has a personality. Like the construct it has some kind of agency to some degree. You need me to want you to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
The pullings have turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
Ew. Ow.
You can't hold me forever.
I'm apparently am though. Well, I did save? Yes, I did save. I'm gonna say screw you, and I'll slay myself.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade.
Okay.
A waste of a good life.
What else? I mean, we could have hurt her, but I don't know. It was one of that. It was either that or this.
It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Let's see what happens here. Chapter 3, The Wild.
We are a path in the woods. We have no
Oh.
beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Oh my. I love that it's so dissonant because it's the shifting mound music combined with the long quiet music, but it's just layered and so dissonant, and the voices are trying to pierce through and it can't. And she did end up absorbing us. Oh my gosh, listen to those voices trying so hard to pierce through.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
Is it the echo? His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in this. So the echo or the construct is now keeping us together, preventing us from, like, the princess needs to be in the cabin, I need to be on the path, but the construct is, like, keeping us together but also trying to rip us apart.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
We are the princess and the long quiet. We're the path. We are the construct.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
Only 2.
I think this is our 3rd? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Oh boy.
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
So is the shifting mound desperately trying to take us, but she can't?
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
What? This is so, like, this is slightly unsettling, but in an entirely different way from everything that's come before this.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
Oh boy.
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
So in a way, this is like the apotheosis ending because we've combined. And like the shifting mound is slowly taking over? I can't tell.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if we offed ourselves.
Hey, stubborn.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
I don't know.
I guess this is fine. Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway.
Okay, well now my intrusive thoughts are telling me this is good. Narrator's not gonna like that.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's basically what happened.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Oh, listen to that echo. So dissonant. This thing watching us, what is he? Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine, I like being here. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about that? This is how we're supposed to be. What do we do now? Whatever we are right now is an abomination. I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me and you're supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you narrator, how do I stop her? Do nothing. This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
Uh-huh.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
Okay.
He wants us to kill each other.
That he does.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
I mean, we are literally, in a literal sense, we are right now.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
But do I? I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do I do? I feel like I can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are you supposed to do about it? Whatever we are right now. I don't know. I feel like anything could result in anything. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? Let's start with that.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Wow, okay.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
That's terrifying.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
So we can give in or try to escape?
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Okay.
Don't look at it!
Okay, interesting.
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Gaze at the terror in your heart, or bury it now before it's too late. This might be one where I actually load both options and see what happens. This is fascinating. I did save it there. Okay. Gaze at the terror in my heart, and then possibly load the other option.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
But I think we are going
And
to.
just like that, you start to fall apart.
Okay.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten.
Huh.
I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
So we're looking at the bad things.
At least we didn't have to sit through it to the end. But I think she owes us, don't you, lads? She barely felt more than a little indigestion while we burned away inside of her.
Okay. So all my intrusive thoughts are agreeing with me.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Okay. Okay. So I'd forgotten that we were a separate being.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
I don't think you did.
Some division,
The wound.
when sown,
Some
can
tears can never
truly
be mended.
A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Oh, we reignited his tear.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Okay.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Okay.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Okay.
I feel empty, don't you?
Oh, we broke out of her. We broke out of her.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live. Do we have to do this?
Holy crap.
You have to. You know you have to.
I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us, cut her free, or slay the princess. What happens if I slay her?
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and her heartbeat's fading. And their voices have stopped. but you never see her die. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place. Huh. Do I want to reload? You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet
Jeez.
and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves, and this one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart.
All right.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Huh. Well, the shifting mound got what she wanted anyway. I wonder what would happen if I stayed with her then, because the shifting mound couldn't take her. But she needs not a separate vessel. So what I'm going to do is I'll say what happens now.
Nothing, as we are.
I'll say, okay, make me forget so I can get the trophy.
She asks that I tell you to remember. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. A scarred and beautiful heart, bring the wounded wild to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm going to save here and then load this. Let's see. Let's say, why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? No, that's what I just said. I meant to say this one. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works.
Are you sure about that?
The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
Okay. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to.
Doesn't all that conflict feel
Feels
so
so
far
far
away right now? So petty?
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder.
Please.
Don't look at it!
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers.
I'm going to say bury it now before it's too late. Will it even let me?
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
Oh, pretending like it's everything we want.
The past doesn't have to exist.
Oh.
Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Okay. Path doesn't have to. Turn inward and find your freedom. Where will this lead? A glimpse of something bigger. Embrace your transformation.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
I don't know, can I?
We can change to fill them together.
We can be whatever we want to be.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries.
Yeah.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean for... So, yeah, things will never be as they once were. So we aren't going to be the
What
same.
is he going on about? What does he know about us?
I don't know. But someone tells me the princess is gonna shut him out now.
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
The voice is a lot louder now.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
So yeah, we were once one. Something and nothing.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There is a place you need to be, you just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you.
Like, the narrator is really talking as if he hates me now. Like, he said he's hated me before, but he sounds legitimately angry.
This place will fall apart before you find its end.
But we'll just keep searching then.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
It won't be if we think it's possible. That's the power of perspective.
All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
Okay.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Okay. I trust you. Find the way out. Is this damning us both to an incomplete existence?
You won't find anything if I have to starve you. If I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Then what's the point of the construct then? What do you mean by your world? Do you mean the world that you're trying to save? Do you mean the construct? But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this right now.
But what if I don't?
I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Okay. What is going to happen? Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
But his pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, You and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world. You and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
Huh.
We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
This was all of us, fighting as one.
Huh. And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you, replaced by something else.
She's gone. And is that a... I'm begging you.
What
don't
would this
do
even look
this.
like? It's me. But what does the vessel look like? Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, that's me. Like that. Like the threads, the head, like it kind of barely looks like me. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart.
Huh.
Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that there is no exit. Bring me more.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I do. You won't.
Bring the networked wild to her.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path...
So... I'm gonna save that. I'll have to remember... I might keep that ending. Because that ending was... more interesting, I think. What did I get in the memories? The wild, bodies fused. Where does one thing begin and another end? See through her woven eyes, seen through her wounded eyes. Separate doesn't mean over, separate doesn't mean over. I guess that's if I cut her free. Huh. I love how it's... if I mouse over it, it's one or the other. So, okay. That was incredibly interesting. I think I will keep that ending. But man. Huh. So... I think this kind of like confirms a lot of my theories. Like we are We are one. The constructs. Like, we almost did become the shifting mound in a way. Or, like, her, not even the shifting mound, but, like, the final form of us and her combined. Yeah, like, I don't really... I'm, like, thinking about it, trying to grasp what happened. And I think it just, like, confirms a lot of stuff that I had already surmised or, like, knew about what was happening. But interesting that they, like, we perceived ourselves to be one and we became one, but then, like, remembering that we're supposed to be two separate beings, or remembering that, like, she is a bad guy and we are not that, that's what freed us. But if we kept ourselves, we, like... So, like, the echo is part of the construct. Like, and breaking the glass broke the narrator. That is fascinating.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.